Hello again, YouTube, and welcome back to Sakura Succubus 6. My name is MS-Punker1, and last video it was finally time for us to return home to Japan. But at the airport, before we could board the plane, we got stopped by Elizabeth. That ended up being a little bit scary, and we may have finally learned that at least she, I don't know as much if I don't know if Stefania is one, but we may just learned in the last video that at least Elizabeth is another succubus. She more or less confessed it at two times during our conversation. But now we are finally home. See what happens now after we return. I rushed from my slumber by a sudden high-pitched beeping which enters from my pocket. Sitting bolt up straight, I check my cell phone. I note as I do, it's only 21:05. Must have dozed up for all of 5 minutes. Oh, I thought it was day actually, but he fell asleep and now it's the morning, but he only slept 5 minutes. I'm not I'm more focused on, however, on the name which is flashing on my phone, my phone screen. My mom is calling me, but why? Isn't it kind of late? Throwing a pickup cell and press the phone to my ear. Hey mom, how var? I begin, but I don't have a chance to finish my well-man meaning. Final query. My mother practically jumps down my throat, her voice usually pitchy with concern. Wasn't she able to call during our vacation? We were there for 2 weeks, apparently. Oh yeah, about that. I wins. Sorry mom, I've been in another country for a bit, and I wasn't checking my phone too much. I was kinda busy. Oh shit. She knows about the tennis match, doesn't she? Or the tennis tournament. What has? My expression blankens. This isn't about the Hazel and Marina thing, is it? Stefania? A frown. You mean Steffi? My mother exclaims, her voice disbelieving. Though I can't see my mother's face, I can imagine it well enough. Her eyes must be popping out of a skull right now. At my casual way of referring to a genuine blue-blooded princess. Yeah, it's true. I tried to tell you that before, remember? When you laughed at me? Steph is a pretty new addition to my I cut myself off. Casanova why maybe, there's no way I can say how I've done to my mother. To my retin rather. What is that word? I have to look it up later. And I did not meet her before, up until a couple of weeks ago, so I couldn't have told you about her. I'm in a relationship with Hazel Williams Rowe and Nagasaki Marina, and Hifumi, Ikihayu and Cosmos Moretti too. I've known them for almost a year, and they all dear to me, in their own ways. I hear my mother's voice through the phone, a bit faintly, all fragmented through the sheer shock of it. I guess I can't blame my mom for being so stunned. It's not every day you learn that your only son is a total stub who's dating so many influential women. It's a good thing my mom's only in her early 50s, or I worry about giving her a heart attack. Yeah, I was. I said as much. Everything I said was true, though I admit it does sound unbelievable. If I weren't in this situation, I wouldn't believe it myself. Last few months I've been all kinds of crazy, really. It's actually 7 if you add you into the mix. But I decided to keep silent about that. Don't my mom with bombshell that yes, Succubus do exist, and I'm dating the monarch. I'm dating their monarch. Might be a bit too much for her to swallow. I'm trying to be considerate son, but a high-tech voice suddenly interrupts my musings, coupled with the jamming of a door. Instantly I feel my heart sinking. The scene feels awfully familiar. Didn't I get interrupted when I was last on the phone with my mom too? I turn about anxiously, my eyes wide, and soon come to face to face with... Yep. Yue? There the princess of the Succubus realm stands, in her finery. She's attired not in her skin-tight Succubus clothes, but the supposedly casual attire she dons in the human world. Though her dress is anything but. wearing a white gown, so long it brushes the tamati floor. And the dark hair is decorated with Orient instruments. Her eyes are lined with severe-looking menace and cool blue eyeshadow, which makes her eyes look icy. This dress of US is so exquisite. I can't pronounce that. Exquisite. It wouldn't look at all out of place in a museum. It doesn't fit in, alas, in my small rundown apartment. She makes everything else looks horribly shabby by contrast. I ask how she got in here. I'm sure I locked the door. But that's the not point. As a succubus, you is more than capable of using magic to immediately to get past locks. Her footsteps steps as quiet as a cat's and says impetuous tone. I will still have my mom on the phone, right? I know that, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave you in the dark. It's just... You gazes across my face until it zeroes in upon the phone. A lift purrs and or ankly, she says. I probably said that wrong, but yeah. I hear my mother's voice bemused, buzzing in my ear like a bee. It's fine. Are you sure, my mom, though in actuality I'm starting to sweat something fierce. A guest just came over, it's all, and she seems to have a wrong idea about something. Yes, really. I'm not doing anything to be ashamed of. US scoffs. No, I'm not. You raises an eyebrow. I am, but I'm not speaking to one of my partners. I'm talking to my mother. I have no interest in dating her. So I like to wear her hair in a ponytail, and sometimes she wears an apron, but she is in her 50s. She's totally normal, slightly chubby, middle-aged woman. US blue eyes light up at this, and I realized instantly that this was the wrong thing to say. Because now she probably will snatch the phone from me. I can tell what's going to happen before it does, but you still manages to surprise me with her swiftness. Yep. Quicker than blinking, she reaches out and then... You, no. Crap. He snatches my cell phone from my hand. Holding it against her ear while one hand rests upon her chest, she then declares in a heighty tone. Of course, you mentioned Succubus. Pitiful? Pitiful am I? That's new news to me. I didn't think Yui's opinion of me was so low. I thought she was supposed to love me. Maybe I got her all wrong and she actually loves demeaning me. If that's the case, she's certainly doing a good job at it. Suppose you answer call if my no doubt bewildered mother and tosses my phone back to me. How will I explain this to Mom? I can always just say that Yui is crazy and likes cosplaying, or so I pretend that she's a succubi. She smiles. It looks like she calmed down at least, and sitting down beside me on the futon says, I'm not opposed to the idea, I guess, but I frown. Did you really have to threaten my mother? You're not going to win any brownie points with her if you act antagonistic. You snort. You're not gonna kidnap me again, are you? Later that night. You lies in my futon. Dark traces displayed across my pillow. Dark eyelashes are matted together, and there's a small smile playing about her lips. In sleep, Yue looks far more innocent than she really is. So soft and sweet. No longer looks like the proud, haughty queen of a succubi. She reminds me once more of the girl she was, the girl I thought she was rather, when I first met her. The aloof, slightly standoffish transfer student Yuki. She was my very first girlfriend back in the day, and I really did love her. I hoped we might stay together, but that didn't happen. I went to university while you were, not what I knew it at the time, returned to the Succubus realm to sit upon its throne. Many years passed, during which I had a few other assorted relationships. But we never lasted very long. None of my other girlfriends were quite like Yue. In the end, what with my busy work schedule and my constant disappointments when it came to dating, I stopped looking for love altogether. I've not been in a proper relationship for several years, to my mother's constantion. When I met Ayu and then Marina, then, well, the rest is history. In the end, I was able to reunite with Yue, my high school sweetheart. We didn't meet up in the way I imagined we would, and Yue wasn't quite as I remembered her. But I'm still happy I was able to see her again. I can't spend too much time with her, despite our reunion, given she's busy with her myriad duties in the Succubus realm. But I cherish her regardless. It really does mean a lot. Yue. I murmur Yue's name while running my fingers through her dark traces. Yue stirs in her sleep, but doesn't wake. She must have exhausted herself after the time we spent together, because she's out cold. We probably had a good time together. I feel pretty tired myself, but I'm not ready to sleep just yet. I'm feeling pretty sentimental. Yue, thank you. I say so softly, now caressing her cheek. You were my first girlfriend, and while you're not only, you still mean a lot to me. Thank you for asking me out way back when. If you're not done that, I wonder where I'll be right now. All my early experience, so I owe to you. I doubt I'd be able to satisfy so many women if you hadn't shown me how a good boyfriend should act. You helped me more than you know. You returns over in her sleep, then says softly, her eyelids still squeezed shut. Her words of love must have roused her, but you soon falls asleep anew, breathing evening out, and her lips pursing. I smiled to watch her, then lie down at her side. Elizabeth's earlier warning at the airport echoes once more in my head. If ever even more Succubus find themselves attracted to me, I really might not be able to hold out. I have my own limits, and I think I'm getting close to hitting them. I'm not sure I can endure much more love from many more women, but all this attention really does feel good. Then I think about it like that. Must be the luckiest guy in all of Japan. And so it is with content and smile I cuddle up close to you. I fall fast asleep. Time passes, and before I know it, a full month has elapsed since my trip to Astoria. We take a month time skip. I return to work as is to be expected. And once more I immerse myself in the daily grind. I'm even more of a social pariah in the office now than I was before. If such a thing is possible. Thanks to the recent spat of media attention I got to myself and embroiled in. Thanks to Ifumi's on-air confession, the photos snapped on me with Hazel, Marina, and now Stefania, have become somewhat famous. Though on second thought, infamous might be a more apt choice of words. My relationships with Cosmos and I are still unknown. It spelled disaster for both their careers if their fans knew about us. But that does little to soften the general public's opinion of me. I've seen a lot of unflattering comments written about me in threads online. So much so I long since stopped checking. I don't really care what the random people across the world thinks about me. My philandering ways. It's not like I've done anything wrong. All my relationships are become sensual. It's harder, however, to ignore my co-workers' obvious amenity towards me, especially when I have to work with them every day. The atmosphere in the office is unpleasant enough. I often have to pause to compose myself before entering. It's gotten so bad I thought about handing in my notice. But thanks to all the photos of me circulating on the net, I'll probably be ostracized wherever I go. Being too popular really can be a problem. After giving it some thought, I decided to tough my comfortable work environment. What rude? Tough rude? What is it? It's not like my co-workers are directly rude to me in any case. They just ignore me. I not had anybody actively trying to sabotage my work area or spill tea on me accidentally on purpose during a lunch break. More than once, I mean. So it has happened at least once. I'm at the office again today, and the air is full of familiar sound of fingers clattering against keyboards. Some of my co-workers are murmuring amongst themselves, but nobody tries to embroil me in conversation. I swear, I can feel curious eyes burning holes into my back. But when I lift my head, everybody seems concentrated at their work. I'm not naive. I'm not naive enough to my discomfort off as my own imagination. But at least my co-workers are making an attempt to keep their distance from me on their own on the down low. Sorry. I guess that's one thing to feel thankful for. Another more important thing I have to feel thankful for is an upcoming date with Cosmos I have scheduled for the weekend. That should take my mind over how unpleasant the atmosphere in the office is. Really, I remind myself while focusing on my work. I'm very, very lucky. I have a bunch of beautiful women who adore me, and I adore them in return. We all have busy schedules, but I have so many partners now. At least one of them is usually free when I am. Only last week I went out to a fancy restaurant with Marina, and the week before I went on an ill-advised cycling trip with Hazel. There's never a dull moment in my life. Not if my succubus harem around, all vying for my attention. There's Yue too, who sometimes designs to visit me, despite her duties in the succubus realm. And more recently I've been speaking to Stefania. We can only communicate via email and text, given the vast gulf of distance between us. But messaging her has been a lot of fun. She uses a surprising amount of cute emojis in her texts, and her writing is almost as full of slang as Cosmos. She doesn't sound nearly as polite as she does while speaking. The contrast between Stefania's status as a princess and her manner of typing is pretty cute. Everything about Stefania is cute, really. I'm not sure when next we be able to see one another. I imagine Stefania is very busy, but I'm sure our relationship will endure. One day we'll be reunited. Then I pamper Stefania's lips with kisses and show her anew just how much I love her. Buoyed by this thought, I vow to work even more ardently than ever before, but just as I'm getting into my stride. That's Stefania, isn't it? Eh? The girlish voice, light and lisping, draws me out of my reverie. I lift my head, my eyes wide behind the lenses of my glasses, in a search of a commotion, which doesn't take very long. There, standing in my office, as though she owns the place, is... Yep, I knew it. Steffi? It looks like Elizabeth is here too. Guess that tracks. Elizabeth is Stefania's faithful maid. Wherever Stefania goes, Elizabeth follows to keep her safe. It makes logical sense in the abstract, but this scenario is so unexpected I can't help but gape. What? It's with blank, uncomprehending eyes that I glance between Stefania and Elizabeth. It looks solid enough, but my brain huge time ago grasping their sudden appearance in my workplace. No, in my workplace, no less. It's anything other than a cup of convincing mirages. Have I gone insane? Besides that, or I have passed out at work and this is some kind of a hyper-detailed dream. I remove my glasses, rub my eyes, then set my lenses back in place. But still, Stefania and Elizabeth don't waver. They must be real, I guess. If they weren't my co-workers wouldn't be mumbling so. Yeah, I'd like to know the answer to that too. What are you two doing here? You didn't arrange to meet me, did you? Smiling shyly, Stefania toys with a lock of her blonde hair. Stefania's face falls. Ah, jeez. My co-workers' complaints are getting bitter by the second. As of glares they shoot in my direction. Charm. My colleagues look angry. I feel almost obliged to apologize. I know I'd be mad at me if I were in their shoes too. Still, really haven't done anything wrong. I mean, I don't need to beg for their forgiveness. I inhale slowly and count to 10 inside my head. Then, exhaling, I smile at Stefania and offer her a response. No, I'm glad to see you again, and Elizabeth too. It's only been a month, but I missed you too. You're super cute, just like Elizabeth says. And as it happens, I was just thinking about you. Thank you for coming to see me. I really do appreciate it. And with that, Stefania, her face illuminated by a bright smile, dashes forward and winds her arms about my back. I wasn't expecting so dramatic display of affection. Not in my office, surrounded by my co-workers, and my face begins to heat up. I might be renowned in the press as a lady killer. But this actually actually is quite embarrassing. Venomous complaints on my coworkers don't make this any easier to bear. But well, Stefania's chest is soft against the curve on my back, and the smell of her shampoo is awfully relaxing. Being with her again is comfort, so much so I'm able to tune the rest of the world out. Who cares what other people say about me? Their opinions are utterly irrelevant. Even Elizabeth's amused laughter as she watches from the sidelines seems to fade to nothingness as Stefania embraces me. All I can think of right now is Stefania. The circumstances could be better, but I really am happy to see her again. My life might be pretty crazy, sure, but when Stefania says that, I can't help but smile. I must be the luckiest guy in the world. And that's the game. Seems like. And I also got the platinum trophy a couple of seconds ago, maybe a minute ago. So I don't have to do a replay on it in order to get any trophies or so that I might have missed. But yeah, that was a good. It was a good game. Good some continuation from the fifth game. But at least on console we have Sakura Succubus 7 to deal with also. I have seen of the and we have 8 out too, but so far right now on console we only have up to 7 for some reason. So that will come at some point. We will start that at some point. But for now, sorry. But for now, that will be it for this video. So hope you liked it and leave a like to it as usual. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.